Welcome to Common Man Cocktails. Today we're going to show you how to make another cocktail with Boy Drinks World Bitters. This is using aromatic barrel-aged aromatic walnut bitters. They're now barrel-aged. I don't think the original ones were barrel-aged, but if you pick up Boy Drinks World Bitters at awesomedrinks.com, where I own the store, so I ship it to you, and then my lovely face is the one that packs it and does all the work, then you definitely want to check that store out. The recipe is on the bottle. So you just buy this and you get the recipe all together. Or you watch this video 3 or 4 times. And make sure you also watch the ads. 2 ounces of London dry gin, 1 ounce of dry vermouth, 1 milliliter or a dropper full of the walnut bitters. And then you can, if you wish to, I will because I'm trying to be cool. You can use a garnish of a lemon twist. So I'm going to use a peeler. I'm going to get myself some lemon. I'm going to twist it, garnish it, maybe rub it around the edges so that I get some lemon flavor to it. So you're going to need yourself a spoon. You're going to need yourself a mixing glass. Of course, you can get these at awesomedrinks.com. Not this specific one because it's my own custom engraving and I don't sell them anymore. But you could buy them there. If you're like, Derek, come on, do I really need a mixing glass? No, not necessarily. I mean, you could use just a big old OXO like measuring cup because it has the spoony or the little drainy hole thing. It's got to have a better name, that lip. Or you can use a Boss's shaker tin and shake it in there. Whatever works for you. Also, pro tip, get some ice in your, this is a Nick and Nora glass. Add a bit of water to it and just set it off to the side. I have chosen Dolan Dry Vermouth because everybody says it's awesome. Full disclosure, not a massive dry gin martini fan. Also works great if you're doing bourbon. And just for the record, if you switched out this Amaro, this with bourbon, same ratios, same technique with walnut bitters, guess what? It's still going to be freaking awesome. It'll just be different. Although I do love a good dry gin. We're using Sipsmith's, which is a good dry gin. Probably should shake this for like a minute and a half, but that's obnoxious. So we're just going to do a 30, shake it. You should probably stir it for a minute and a half. Or even up to 3 minutes, but that's stupid. So I'm just going to stir it for 30 seconds. It's going to be fine. If you've read any of the cocktail books like Liquid Intelligence, they'll give you better stir instructions. Then there's everybody else, like myself, and I just want to make my drink and not spend all day doing this motion. You'll know, because it'll get cold. But don't put your fingers on the glass while you stir it too high, otherwise you're just warming it. It's getting there. So just leave your fingers there. Test it. Ooh, it's getting there. Test it. Chilly. You can see the fog. We're good. Now, see? It's chilly. Just like this is chilly. So it stays chilly longer. Hold back that ice. When you get your garnish, try to keep no white pith on there because the pith is bitter. And just for fun, let's squeeze it into the glass. Get a little oil on there, rub it around the edges. And if you're really dainty, you're serving this for guests, throw some down here too. It gets on their hands, and then when they sip it, you can smell the citrus. There you go. It's a walnut martini. And if you're wondering, ingredients-wise, what's in walnut bitters? Water, alcohol, walnuts, so nuts, be careful, black walnut leaf, black cardamom, and spices. Bitters in general work really good in drinks that are very light and delicate like this. Other suggestions for this could be floral bitters, cardamom bitters, things that give it the top notes, the floral aromas and the different flavor profiles. Nutty bitters. The ones I would probably avoid would be like blackstrap bitters or things that are, you totally see going like a tiki or a daiquiri, like celery bitters. Some of those probably don't work really well in here, but who knows? Just dash them in and figure it out. It's light, silky because we stirred it. The vermouth, it's actually not too bad. It's got a little bit of vermouth aftertaste, a little bit of like nutty flavor that kind of comes in the mid palate. So up front, it's gin, but it's not pine salt gin. Sipsmith's is a good gin. Again, if you're going to make a drink that's this like delicate in single narrow flavor profile, make sure you pick a good product. This is more like, I had a rough day at work. I just want to relax, watch some Star Trek on TV, sip my drink, have a little martini before bed, wind down. This is the wind down type of drink. You add that little bit of bitters in here, and walnut bitters and bitters in general will tie everything together. So if there is like a struggle between the vermouth against that gin, bitters, that just the extracts themselves tend to, I don't want to say mask it, but they kind of fill in the holes where there's a little bit of an imbalance, and they make the drink so much more just palatable and enjoyable. Remember, experiment with these things. Hit up awesomedrinks.com. I would say you pick yourself up some walnut bitters, some passion fruit bitters, and some serrano spice if you're into spiciness. Find other flavors, explore, entertain your palate, get experimenting, because it's going to make you a more intelligent and appreciable drinker. We're teaching you how to drink.